You guys, spooky season is upon us. So, with the spooky season being upon us, hello, by the way, I'm Jessica, Metal Demigoddess Makeup and Gaming. If you like both, go check out my Twitch. So I decided to kind of do like a spooky season series because I said I was going to do that last year and it never happened because I found out I was pregnant around spooky season and it totally threw both of us off guard. So we were not prepared. But now should be a little bit easy. But once I return to work, come the end of October, I may not be able to get around to making a whole lot of videos. So the plan is to try to get as many videos as I can, both Halloween makeup and non-Halloween makeup stuff recorded at the very least, and then put up throughout the rest of the year. So I know with October being just around the corner, I'm going to try to pump out as many Halloween makeups as I can. Now, keep in mind, this is only a makeup channel, it's not a cosplay channel, and I don't have any of the materials or wigs or costumes to make or like anything besides makeup. So that's all I'm going to be showing. And with that said, I'm excited about this one. This particular one that we are going to do today is Morticia Addams. Not just any Morticia Addams. It's the Angelica Houston version of Morticia Addams. And I have to be specific because no one beats Miss Angelica Houston. So with that said, let's get started. Okay, so a couple things. I will be using just regular makeup because this is one of the easier ones, I think. And so we are going to take a beauty sponge. And these are my Halloween cream makeup thingamajiggers, and I have water-based ones. But since we won't be using that, I'm going to put it aside for now. Instead, I'm going to be using a regular Milani foundation and adding some white to kind of make it lighter, obviously. Make it lighter. And using a palette. Give me a second. I don't have everything ready, but I know what I want to do. Right, and as always, we're going to prime first. I'm using Glassy Touch and Soul. It's mostly for dry skin, but you could use whatever, what is this? Primer. Oh my gosh. You could use whatever primer you want to use. It doesn't have to be this one exactly, so anything's fine. And if you don't have the white mixing pigment, ooh, I almost dropped that. If you don't have the white mixing pigment, you could just use your regular foundation. It's fine. You don't have to make it any lighter. With foundation, I'm going to take my blank palette and my foundation. I'm going to add 2 pumps of that. And if you're wearing her costume, you want to bring the light of that foundation all the way down for, whatever skin is showing. And then I'm going to use the LA Girl mixing pigment in white. And I'm going to do 2 pumps of that, and then we'll mix it all up. So now that I made a mess on my palette, I'm going to add it straight from the brush onto my face. And you can go as light as you want to, just not a pure white because she's not a clown. She does have pigment to her skin, you guys. Okay, and then I'm taking a damp beauty blender, and it has to be black. I'm just kidding, it doesn't have to be black. Take whatever beauty blender, or you could use a brush. Whatever you want to use is fine. Whatever you have is fine. And you might have to do a couple layers depending on how light you want it to be. I think I'm just going to do the 1 layer. I think that will be plenty. Especially because I'm using a high coverage foundation with a high pigmented white. So I think we should be okay with just the 1. Now, you don't have to cover your ears if you're going to be wearing a wig. For the purposes of this video, I will not be covering my ears. But if you're gonna do any other hairstyle, which why would you? You should have your hair down. You're gonna be Morticia Addams. But remember to cover your ears in that foundation too. And I don't have a concealer that is this light, so I'm gonna let this foundation dry down a tad, and then I'm gonna add, I'm not gonna go all the way down, obviously. I don't have a costume or anything. I'm just, like I said, showing you the makeup for the purpose of showing you the makeup, right? As far down you want to take it, that is totally up to you. But like I said, if you have the costume that is showing cleavage and you're not exactly this light, you want to take it down low. All right. So I think what I want to do is I'm going to cover this up here. This right there. What else? That one there. And those there. And then those there. And that there. Yeah. I don't see anything else that I would like to cover except maybe my under eye a little bit. Let that sit for a minute. And I will be right back. Alright, once that is done and you have the base as good as you want it to be, you're going to go in with a translucent powder. And it has to be translucent. If you use a powder that has pigment in it, your face is going to turn into what that powder is. Does that make sense? I don't know how else to explain that. So I'm going to be going in with my Lasting Fix, my favorite one. If you watch my videos, y'all know. You know. And I'm going to take my beauty blender and dip that in the powder. And I'm going to set that all over my face. Or if you're dry like I am, don't do it all over your face. Just do it in the parts that you think need the most help staying set, if that makes sense. Staying put, I should say. Alright, so looking at the picture, I'm going to sculpt here, right? And then you want very sunken in looking cheeks. And she has, if you want to go exactly that, she's got kind of a square jaw. I've got a very pointy chin. So, how do I want to do this? The contour, because we're not bronzing. She's not very bronzed. We want to contour with something a little bit more gray. All right, the only gray that I could find was in this You Can Be makeup palette in Twilight called Cashmere. And even that's a tad too brown. What we can do is use the foundation and add a little bit of black, like the tiniest amount. So let me go ahead and do that. And I'm going to dip into the eyeshadow base by NYX in black. I'm just winging it, you hear, you guys. Just wing it. Also, I didn't think it through. If you're gonna do this, don't add powder first. Let's see how much. Nope. Still needs to be a little bit darker. Alright, I think I got the kind of gray that I want. Kind of like that. And we're gonna use a beauty blender too. Let's look. Before we do anything, let's look. So it's a little up high and then it comes down this way. Up high and then down this way a little bit. And using the beauty blender, Should probably take that a little bit higher. That's all right. Just want to blend that out as much as we possibly can. It's uneven. I do that a lot. But that's all right. We could kind of fix it. Then up here, she's got all of that. And I think I'm gonna go in with a little bit of a darker color too. Or maybe with a bronzer might work. And then she also has a very slim nose. So we're gonna try to mimic that. Let's see, I'm gonna go I think I want to hide the sides of my own nose a little bit too, because her nose is very, very narrow. All right, and I want to darken up just up here and along the tops. So I'm gonna use that cashmere color. This one here, it's like a brownish gray. And I'm gonna take a small brush. I'm gonna take a small brush like this one. I'm just gonna dip it in there, tap off the excess, and blend it all together. Try to blend that right into the hairline if you can. If you're wearing a wig, then don't worry about this. Just blend it up into where your wig is gonna come down to. All right, now for her eyebrows, they're very thin, they're very arched. I'm going to follow my own eyebrows, just so I don't have to use the brow covering technique. I will show you that in another video. I just feel like this one isn't quite there. So I'm gonna take a black eyeliner pencil, or if you have black eyebrows and you use a black pencil, use that. And hers come down this way. They kind of go up over. And they're rounded here in the front. And I'm going to take a spoolie and kind of, because it is an eyeliner and not a brow pencil, it's easier to smudge. Now hers are pencil thin. I just went, like I said, I went along with my own eyebrows. And then, oh, I need the top of that. Oh, that's fine. I'm going in with an eyeshadow primer. I'm using the Milani one. Priming your eyelids. And the eye look that she has is super simple and it's very clean down underneath her eyes. So I'm gonna take a fluffy blending brush. So a fluffy blending brush. It doesn't have to be this small. It could be a little bit larger. I'm going to mix in the black and white here. This is the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, or the KVD Vegan Beauty if they still have it. Just mixing those two together and adding that. It looks like on the outer edge here, up this way, and across. So okay, and that's pretty much it for that part of the eye. I'm going to go in with a duochromatic because she does have shine underneath the brow bone and right on top of the lid, and I do believe that's the same color. So with a flat brush, I'm going to take that duochromatic eyeshadow, and I'm going to place that on top of the lid here. Dull it down just slightly, and then underneath the brow bone here. Then I'm taking that same eyeliner that we did the eyebrows with. I'm going to sharpen that up, get it nice and crisp. And I'm going to make kind of a small wing on the upper lash line. Well, she doesn't have like an extreme wing. It's the tiniest thing. And then underneath the waterline here, and you're going to connect the two. And then in the waterline. And then to set that, I'm using a black eyeshadow and a small brush like this. And I'm just going to tap the eyeshadow in. And then no false lashes. So I'm going to go ahead, finish the other the other eye off camera, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back and I finished the other eye. As I was doing the other eye, I realized that I didn't tell you about the inside. Like right here, it needs to be a little bit darker as well. I did say that you don't need lashes for this look. I personally don't feel like a look is complete until eyelashes are put on. And then looking back at the picture, I see that, you know, Angelica Houston's lips are a little bit smaller than mine. So I did kind of block it out with a little bit of the leftover foundation. And her lipstick is red. So I have the Beauty Vault. This is a Natty Nat red lip liner. And then I'm going to go in with my absolute most favorite liquid lipstick of all time. It's a matte liquid lipstick. And it does not come off for anything. I love this stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and underline my lips. You know, there's overline, and now I'm going to underline because thinner lips. You don't have to. this is just what I'm going to do. And if it doesn't look right, I'm gonna fix it. It might work. Maybe. Actually, yeah, I think I like that so far. Let me look at the picture one more time because I think the corners of our lips are done too. Yeah, okay. And then I'm going to fix that line with a little bit of foundation. I have the leftover on my brush here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and fill it in and then see where I'm left off with then. Right now, I'm not too happy with how the bottom lip is looking, but we'll see. This is in the color Monroe, by the way, the liquid lipstick. Actually, that's not bad. I kind of like that. I feel like my bottom lip is still a little bit too large. I can't help it. I got full luscious lips. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding, but not really. And I do realize that this looks a little bit scary. So I do have my Wednesday wig because last year I did dress up as Wednesday. So I'm going to go ahead and undo these long ass braids, throw on the wig and kind of show you an end result in case you don't believe how this looks. So I'll be right back. All right, so here it is with a wig that isn't styled to be Morticia Addams. So, but I mean, you get the idea, right? So I'm not very happy with the eyebrows, but that's all right. That's something that can be fixed. This is a really long ass wig, and yeah. So, yeah. You kind of get the idea, right? I mean, it's not supposed to be the exact same thing. You're never gonna get the exact same thing unless you have the exact makeup artist and have the exact same face shape as her. And I didn't do anything with my chin or my double chin because, let's face it, my double chin is never gonna go away unless I have a black backdrop and the rest of me is like black from like here down. And I kind of like my pointy ass chin, so I hope you guys like it. I'm thinking since I have my Wednesday wig out, I'll just go ahead and rebraid it and do Wednesday Addams next. What do you guys think? Until then, you guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you later.